Welcome to Found on TikTok. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. Now, Found on TikTok is a music podcast where we find topics from all over the internet, from TikTok to Reddit to Instagram, wherever it is, we're going to talk about it. And on this episode, we are talking about Reason from TDE. We're talking about some comments that he's made. We're talking about his TDE situation. And of course, we got to get a review of that album. Without further ado, let's get it, shouty. All right, so Reason, he has some interesting comments to say on the Rory and Mal podcast. Roll the clip.
Kendrick is bigger than J. Cole today?
Today?
I think just off that tour, if we're saying whatever today's date is, off that tour he just did, you could make a pretty good case.
Do you think it stays that way?
I don't. I don't think so at all. Cole's more active, and I think when this fall off album comes out.
I was just about to say that. I think when the fall off drops, just only on the strength of, because TD fans are fucking crazy, not because he's better than Dot, but just because he's been more active. I feel like when the fall off drops, like the fruits of his labor from being so active are gonna show. You know what I mean? But they've done this for years though. They've kind of like, to me, they've kind of like, Dot is bigger at this point. Cole, like they've kind of done that for a long time.
So with his comments, when I first heard it, I thought they were outrageous. And then I started thinking about it. And the more and more I started thinking about it, I agree with what he's saying. Because he's not saying that he thinks Kendrick is a worse rapper than Cole or Cole's a better rapper or anything like that. He's talking about in public opinions, thoughts on J. Cole and Kendrick. And I think in public opinions, thoughts on J. Cole, he is going to surpass Kendrick because he's way more active than Kendrick is. Like J. Cole is doing songs with newer rappers. J. Cole is doing interviews. J. Cole has a whole damn festival where he brings young artists, older artists, and all that to North Carolina. Like he is way more active. His label is more active. Like J. Cole he's more present. You know what I'm saying? People see him more. Kendrick gives us an album. He don't be doing interviews. He gives us his album, and then like he'll give us a couple features, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We don't see Kendrick. We see him at the festivals. We see him on tour, but we don't see interviews with Kendrick Lamar. And public opinion, J. Cole's gonna pass him because of that. Like you see J. Cole popping up in random places, taking pictures with strangers. You never really see that with Kendrick. And don't get me wrong, I think Kendrick is a better MC. I think Kendrick's one of the GOATs, personally. But in public opinion, we don't see him much. So some people need to see somebody more often. Like they've been going back and forth for years on like who's the best rapper right now and all that type of stuff. J. Cole is more active. We see him way more. Like J. Cole is hopping on songs with Burna Boy, Gucci Mane. He's hopping on songs with 21 Savage. Like he's hopping on songs with everybody. Everybody. Some people you're like, why are you even getting on a song with them? They don't deserve a song from you. Like J. Cole is active. He is active, and that activity is going to make people think J. Cole is better when it comes to public opinions, thoughts on J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. And again, I'm going to state this because I think I need to state this for you little weirdos on the internet. I think that Kendrick is a better MC. I think public opinions is going to say that J. Cole is better because J. Cole he's in our face. We see him all the time. We don't be seeing Kendrick. Like, we don't even have that many years probably left with Kendrick rapping. If I'm going to keep it honest, is my feelings. But I agree with what Reason is saying. I know people probably are going to take his comments and twist them, but that's what the internet likes to do. But one thing that's also been on my mind is the interview that he did. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to bring you my thoughts on that. So Reason was doing another interview because his album just came out. He's like promoting his album and all that type of stuff. And he was talking about his TDE situation. during that, there was some words exchanged between him and I think TD's vice president or whatever he is. I'm just gonna put a clip. I'm not gonna put the whole clip because it's pretty long. But here's a little clip so you have some idea what the hell I'm talking about.
You want me to put you on speakerphone, or are you trying to just come over here? Oh, hold on. I got you. Don't worry about nothing.
I'm calling in to go viral. It sound like you don't want to be here, nigga.
Nah, I never said that. I said I would never do it no other way. Let's go viral since you want to do it. Come on.
Even when niggas say niggas came in at weird times, hey, Dave, my nigga, Doc, my nigga, I love them niggas. Dave never wanted us to sign Reason. He called him a substitute teacher.
Get your shit off, Moose.
Dot always said that
This nigga's a master manipulator, bro. He's a master manipulator. I never said a feature would make or break my career. You're a manipulator.
I know.
You're a manipulator. You're lying. Like, this is the type of I've been telling you to stop me when I'm lying, bro. All I said on this podcast was my only issue is being consistent, and I have not been allowed to.
So in that clip, he's talking about how he doesn't really feel promoted and all this type of stuff, and it just got ugly. And to be honest, here's my honest opinion. I feel like both of them are right. I feel like Reason has to do a better job of getting himself like hot in these streets. And I don't know if he's that type of rapper that's like going to be on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally enjoy his music. I enjoy Reason's music. But I don't know if he's that type of rapper that's going to be on the radio. But like, he has to get himself like more like popping in the streets. But also, as a label, you have to promote your artists. You have to do better with all that stuff. And TDE, like, as great as I think they are, they haven't really had to do that with their artists. Like, they don't need to promote Schoolboy Q. They don't need to promote Absol. They don't need to promote SZA. They don't need to do any of that stuff because these artists, like, they have a following already. But as far as, like, somebody like Reason, you have to do a better job of promoting him. Because he's not that guy who's going to give you a song that's going to be on the radio. He's just not. He's giving you straight bars, straight, like, West Coast classic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's giving you personal type of albums. And those albums need promotion. And he's not getting into no, like, gimmicky beef. He's not doing none of that. Like, that's usually how those type of people promote themselves. He's not doing that. They need to do a better job of promoting him as well. I think it's both of them. Now, I think personally, though, going on a podcast, if you're a record label, no matter what your position is in a record label, vice president, president, secretary, I don't care. You going on the podcast and telling your artist that, like, we didn't want to sign you and all this type of stuff and all, like, disrespecting him like that ain't the way to promote him. It really ain't. Like, even if he got an album out, and I know there's, like, they said, like, publicity, like bad publicity is good publicity or whatever the hell the phrase is. I don't agree with that. I don't think that it's good to go on the radio or the podcast and shade your artist like that. That was so unnecessary. Like, the whole time I'm listening to it, and I'm like, why would you come on here and talk bad about your artist like that? Like, why would you? Like, you see he's clearly frustrated and venting, and he ain't even saying nothing that's crazy. He's saying stuff that I honestly agree y'all don't really promote him the best way. He's talking about how certain features didn't make the album and all type of stuff. And you thought the best idea was to go on the radio or go on the podcast. Podcasts to me are like radio shows at this point. But you thought to go on and to talk bad about your artist as if that was going to do it. Like, that was going to be a happy conversation. Like, he's venting on how he wants support. And your way of support is to diss him, basically. That's wild to me. I've never seen a label do that to their artist. That's wild to me. And I'm sure, like, this is how they probably, you know, their relationship is. Like, some people's relationship is they bicker and stuff like that, but they got love and it's always going to be family. But I don't think this was the right platform to do it, personally. That's just my opinion. But Reason did drop an album. I feel like also, since we're talking about it, where was the promotion of the album? It was nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I look for Reason's music. That's how I found out that the album was coming out. I look for his music. I didn't see nothing promoting it. Nothing. I'm sure there's stuff on Instagram and all type of stuff. But the algorithm on Instagram don't show you everybody's posts. So I know I didn't see it on there. I just happened to be looking up Reasons and I said, oh, he got an album out. This is like a week after the album came out. I didn't even know that the album was out already. I heard the singles and I was excited for the album. What promotion were y'all doing? It was ass. And I'm a fan of TDE. Like, I got so much merch from TDE. It's crazy. I love what they did. But I think they need to do a better job of promoting. But let's get to the album. I personally think the album is fantastic. I think that Reason he has a sound. I think he's searching for a hit, though. And I think he needs to just give us songs like Soul, the Soul Part 3, and stuff like that. Like, give us, like, the stuff that you can tell he wants to do. Like, it felt like some of the songs on there, I would say, like, 3 of the songs, it just didn't seem like him. And I actually liked them, like, but it seems like he was searching for, like, something to be played on the radio. And I feel like maybe if they would have gave him the features that he was talking about in the interview, like Lotto or somebody, there would have been a song on the radio. But Reason is somebody that I listen to because he's vulnerable. He's talking about real stuff. He's giving you real rap. And that's what this album is. It is a good album. One of my favorite albums of the year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like rap hasn't been at the top tier this year like it was last year, but we got everybody who dropped last year. And I'm not saying there's not good rap out here. I would never say that. So I was really anticipating this album, and it delivered for me. I feel like they didn't promote this at all. Like, I've been listening to this album. I keep listening to this album. It is dope. Again, though, I'm biased as hell. I'm a fan of every artist on TDE. I'm especially West Coast biased. And I think Reason is dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting on that Reason and Cause album. I'm hoping we get it. I did a lot of talking, but this has been Found on TikTok. I've been your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that type of stuff that YouTubers tell y'all to do. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.